Damn, dog. Dog's over here snoring hard. What's up, guys? Just checking in, seeing if anybody's paying attention to what's going on in the U.S., in Texas. Anybody paying attention to your local government? Kind of keeping tabs on what's happening. Um, well, I just want to start off by saying that, you know, to the rest of Texas, or well, the rest of the U.S. and to the rest of the world, really, that all the stuff that's going on in Texas, we're not here for it. That's not our thing, man. Like old Governor Hot Wheels and his bullshit trying to gerrymander. That's Most Texans are not okay with this. Some Republicans, even believe it or not. Uh, but I've got a question for you know all the guys I worked with over the years and all the guys I went to school with and all the MAGA guys. I thought y'all wanted smaller government. I thought y'all wanted a more hands-off approach from your leadership. I'm curious as to your thoughts on what we see playing out here. You know, and for those of you that are thinking, oh, Texas definitely loves this, and it's all a bunch of rednecks there. We're actually not. I mean, well, yeah, we're a little rednecky, but even just because you're a redneck doesn't make you MAGA. They're two different things. Uh, Let me give you a. I said something about this other day, and everybody, you know, responded with a little laughing face emojis and shit, which tells me that they don't understand it. But let me give you a voter breakdown of Texas. Of the registered voters here in the state, there are actually 8,133,683 Democrats registered in Texas. Republicans, 6,601,189. And unaffiliated, that'd be independents, 2,750,830. That's how many, what the breakdown is for our registered voters. So most of Texas is legit not down with this gerrymandering bullshit. And, if you've been paying attention to the news and you see what's going on, with Representative Nicole Collier spend the night on the Texas House floor after refusing the police escort. Good, good. We need more of that. Um, Feel free to jump in the comments and I think I've got it worked out to where I can see as people comment here, and I'll try to respond to it as quickly and accurately as I can. But yeah, we're not down for this shit. Like we don't like it. I mean, I'll tell you when I bought my house, uh, I lived. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you exactly where I live, but I'll give you a little example of this. When I bought my house, my representative was Lloyd Doggett. I intentionally bought a house in his district. Yeah, he's a Democrat. For those of you who don't know, he's served for what I think at the time it was like 25, 26 years, 27 years. Now he's been serving for 30 something years. And they've made this dude move multiple times because, in case you didn't know, the only requirements to be a representative is that you are over 25 years of age, you live in your district, and you have lived in that district for over a year. That's it. And so, with all this gerrymandering shit, what they do constantly, uh, well, usually it's every 10 years whenever the census comes out. And then they can look at the census and say, hey, they've built new subdivisions over here. There's more people over here. We got to make sure that they get a vote and their voices get heard. And that's usually how that works. What Trump's doing right now by asking, uh, you know, uh, Governor Hot Wheels, Greg Abbott's horrible piece of shit ass, to do this in between uh, is he's trying to pick up 5 extra seats. And I've got to say, I love watching Gavin Newsom just troll the shit out of him, out of Trump for this. And dude, whoever, I don't know if he's doing it himself or if he's got other people doing it, but it's some tasty shit, and I really enjoy watching it. Uh, you know, it's about time somebody get down that level. But anyways, back to Lloyd Doggett. Uh, what they would do is they redistrict, and they redraw the lines on these maps, so that way they're trying to force him out, right? So then he's an older guy, so then he would have to move to buy a new house to keep living in his district so he could keep representing the district. And for those of you that don't know, uh, his district was uh, referred to as the fajita strip because it ran all the way from uh, North San Antonio all the way up to South Austin, and it barely took up 1 to 2 miles off of either side of 35. And yeah, man, like now, uh, I haven't moved. My house is in the same damn place, but now Chip Roy, uh, no chin having ass, is my representative, and and Chip Roy, he does like to stand up and get loud and talk all this shit like he's about something, but man, he ain't about shit. He, he chastises Republicans here and there, but when it's time to vote, he sides along with them and does whatever the hell they say to do, and whatever his daddy Trump tells him to do. If he says jump, and Chip Roy's right there, how high, master? How high, daddy? How high? Um, and guys, man, we deserve better. We deserve better. We do. And we need better. And we need more of these representatives like Nicole Collier and the James Tallaricos and, the Jasmine Crockett's. We need them. We need them. And if we can't get more of them, then we need to become them. I mean, I've been talking about running uh, as a representative for years, but I honestly, I'll call myself out. I haven't really worked hard to make that happen. I haven't done anything. I mean, I've got buddies in politics, and I probably could have and should have, you know, started talking to them. I've had some of them reach out to me and say, "Hey, man, I want you to come meet these other politicians," and I didn't take them up on it, and I regret that. I mean, that will be on my list of regrets. But if we can't get better representatives, then guys, as Americans, we need to become those better representatives. We need to take those jobs. And honestly, I mean, man, I don't know anybody that makes as much as a representative, so the pay's not bad. It's not bad. It's something to think about. Let's see. Uh, I mean, it'd be nice to see, some of my friends running for local office. I mean, even if it's something small, like a comptroller or any kind of commissioner, or you know, start locally in your city, like anything, school board, even. Jesus, man, like what we could do with some people on the school board. Uh, we could keep from turning into Oklahoma, which I lived in Oklahoma for a little bit, and it wasn't bad. Like this, I was surprised. I went into it with some preconceived notions about the people in Oklahoma, and for the most part, most of the people I met were lovely, genuine people, and actually I'm still friends with a lot of them, and they're not happy about what's happening, in their neighborhoods and in their local government. But you know I like to see us fighting, man. I like to see us fighting. And now's not the time to quit. Now's not the time to quit speaking out against injustice. Now's not the time uh, to back down from this shit. And, you know, those of you that are standing up and following ICE around and giving them shit and just disrupting them, good for you. Good for you. Like that's that real punk rock mentality. And wait, while I'm on that, man, I gotta ask, like, I've got a lot of buddies that were punk rockers since way back in the day, and all of a sudden they jumped on the Trump train. And how in the fuck, how in the, like, how do you reconcile that in your mind and be like, no, this is the real punk rock? No, like, again, I thought you guys were about smaller government, and now you're licking government boots, and you're all about that shit. They tell you to jump, you say how high. Like, you're supporting a guy who wants more control, more government. Like, I don't understand. Punk rock's always been about equality and inclusivity, and not this shit. I mean, does nobody remember? And this going way back in the day, dude. Dead Kennedys, Nazi punks, fuck off. Like, do you guys not remember this? Like, you don't, or like I see, like I follow Dropkick Murphys, and I see people talking shit like every time they make a post, and they're like, "Oh, you guys should stay out of politics." And I'm like, dude, have you ever been a like you talk? Oh, I've been a fan since like '97. No, you haven't. And if you have, you've definitely never read a lyric sheet. You definitely don't know any of the words singing their songs. You definitely didn't like if you didn't know that these dudes are pro union. Where have you been, man? Like what you just like shipping up to Boston, and even that, dude, that was a Woody Guthrie song. Like, and I don't know if you know this about Woody Guthrie, but you're probably gonna get a little upset. But that dude was all about. I mean, he had a guitar that said "This machine kills fascists." That's where Tom Morello got that shit from. I mean, like, Jesus Christ, man, like the 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 mental disconnect. Uh, but yeah, man. Again, props to Representative Nicole Collier standing up, and I heard she's gonna sue, and good, she should. I said to somebody earlier, I was like, it makes me want to go look up the wording of the definition of kidnapping in Texas, because I'm pretty sure, like, I think it used to be something about like if you held somebody against their will and physically moved them more than like a couple feet. But nowadays I don't even think it's that. I think it's and if you just hold them against their will when they have not committed a crime. But I have to go look that up, man. But she should sue them. She should press charges. Like, she should, you know, do whatever she can to the fullest extent of the law. And I fully encourage every citizen, not just of Texas, but of the entire United States of America, to exercise your rights. Because, when it comes down to it, dude, the law's the law. And if the law's on your side, then, stick it to the fucking man, because they won't hesitate to use the law against you to stick it to you. So fuck them. Like, but I don't know, man. It's something to think about. But yeah, man. I see. Oh, okay. Hey, we got 3 people watching now. If you guys want to jump in the comments, man. I think I've got it set up to where I can see them live and respond. I mean, if not, that's cool too. If you're just living out some voyeuristic fantasy, that's whatever. No judgment, bro. I'm not here to judge, unless you're MAGA, in which case I will judge and shame and ridicule you until my last breath, or well, until you guys are just gone. But man, or until you just wake up, man. Welcome yourselves back to the real world. But yeah, damn, dude. Like, I see so many stupid ass comments, and so many, like, people don't realize, like, there are more registered Democrats in this state than Republicans. And I mean, why would they realize it? We're gerrymandered as fuck already before this little stunt by Greg Abbott. We were already one of the most gerrymandered states. It is what it is. Oh, the district that I lived in, that was Lloyd Doggett's, and now, like I said, I haven't moved, but now Chip Roy is my representative. That was one of the 10 most gerrymandered districts in the entire U.S., not just in Texas, in the U.S. Man, that's crazy shit. That's crazy. And when you look at it, it makes no sense. Like, you could see, like, when you look at the shape on a map of these districts, you can see like what the game is. Because my shit went, like, it still goes all the way up from San Antonio to South Austin, all the way out to Kirk County, Kerrville, and all that shit. Comes back down, hooks around, comes back up, and like a tiny little, and it just makes no sense as far as, like, if you were looking at a map and trying to make districts to, you know, keep it fair for voters, and make sure that everybody had a voice and everybody had the ability to be heard. Nobody in the right mind would draw it out that way. Nobody. It wouldn't happen that way. But whatever. So we'll see what happens with it all. But uh, you know, as much shit as I talk about America, like, you guys, I hope you understand that I talk this shit about America because I love America. And I want to see us do well. And I want to see us succeed. I don't want to see us fail. I don't want to watch us fall back into some, like, puritanical bullshit or some draconian, like just some archaic fucking, like, ancient shit with a bunch of laws and, oh, that girl said no to me, so I'm gonna call her a witch. And I mean, what's next? Salem witch trials all over again. I got an idea. We'll tie her to this log and we'll dunk her in the water. And if she drowns, she wasn't a witch. And if she doesn't drown, then she was a witch and we burn her at the stake. But either way, she dies. Teach her. Like, man, I feel sometimes like that's really where we're going. We're heading backwards that way. And man, that shit makes me ashamed. It makes me ashamed to be, you know, lumped into a group with people that think that that shit's okay. And I don't know, man. Either way, uh, we got a lot of work to do, guys. And don't stop fighting. And love you guys. Stay up. All right. Uh, until next time, uh, thanks for hanging with me. Don't forget to check out the Resistor podcast on YouTube and Resistor Streetwear. I'm always trying to, put up some new merch. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna order me the Safe Space T-shirt, and I'll be wearing that one as soon as it comes, as soon as I get it ready. Uh, so, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, then yeah, go take a look at resistorstreetwear.com. Safe space. Uh, all right, guys, it's been fun, and until next time, stay up, keep fighting.